shit. I can't live without you, love. Baby, take off in a rocket shit like baby Einstein. Baby, I'm the son of Orlando. I thought I could say hello. I thought I could say hello. When you in the back of the Zendo. Baby, I can't get you back. I know I gotta go. I'm on the road. We were vibing so long ago.
Tune in TV, nigga.
Tune in TV. Tune into the fucking vibe.
Tune in TV. Shout out Tune in TV.
Tell me, baby, what you doing? I was riding in that Buick, tryna find a homicide. You tryna slide, so we into it. I was tryna find my peace and love, and something told me screw it. Didn't need my heart to break, I took it out and you abused it. Got me stepping in designer, it's an earthquake when we stepping out. I don't trust a soul, we take it soul like when the weapons out. They was tryna change the vision, now they second guessing how. They didn't feel the rain before the storm, we got them stressing out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we back, man. We back. Tune in TV, man. Tune in TV. We got a special guest today. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hell yeah. My name is SIMSY, and I'm from Boston, and I'm an artist, and I'm here to turn it up a little bit.
What part of Boston are you from?
I would say I'm from the part of Boston where the creatives need more attention. That's where I feel like I'm from. I feel like I represent more than just a neighborhood, more than just a certain area of Boston. I want to speak for a majority of Boston. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And how's it growing up in Boston?
So when I was younger, I grew up in Boston, but then I actually ended up moving to this island called Cape Cod, and that's where I spent most of my years and kind of just developed this creative aspect that I've been working on for the last few years now, taking it more serious as of 2017, and just really just started to, make a lot of noise. And now I got this team with me. I got my people, my supporters, and we're just going crazy. So
okay. So how I was gonna say how did you start making music? But who was your inspiration into like making music?
My inspiration was honestly, it was just like, I remember when I was just younger, I always used to make these write-ins. I used to like to make my friends laugh, and one day I just made this like funny little like freestyle, and my friends was like, yo, that was actually kind of good, and we kind of just went from there. But I remember my first time when I was on stage for real, there was this like little talent show thing going on, and my mom was like, yo, instead of dancing, you should just like make a song or something. And I was always in the studio anyway, so it was cool because it was like, I never been in that aspect before, never had that idea, but I went with what my Duke said, and it ended up being a good
outcome.
A good outcome, a good discovery for real.
Do you remember your first song you ever made?
My first song I ever made, it was called Swag City, and I'm smiling because everybody who heard that, they know about Swag City for real. But that was when we were like it was serious back then, but we still didn't really find the essence or like the artist until a little bit later. But Swag City was definitely one of those.
Swag City, that's a hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Word. And how's the studio session like?
Studio sessions back then used to feel long because I didn't really know like kind of like what I was getting myself involved with. But studio sessions nowadays is just like so beautiful. It went from just me being in the basement for real with my mans. Shout out Brad, Triple B and Dream. You heard?
Okay.
My mans, he was an engineer, talented engineer from Berkeley Music School, and we used to just be cooking up in the basement for real. And one day he ended up moving out to Cali and then taking his engineering skills to the next level. And in that time, I just had to kind of find my own a new space, I guess, from after working with him for so long. Okay. And it led me to more creative avenues and bigger studios, and just a blessing for real.
Who would you say is your favorite engineer to work with?
That's crazy. So I got two engineers right now that's like my main engineers for real. Shout out my man Jake. He just got married like 2 weeks ago, man. Shout out you for real. When I work with Jake, it's like honestly like two creatives just really building it from the foundation. Like we in there, we ain't trying to be the coolest, hardest artists. We just in there being ourselves. We laughing. Sometimes we joking. Sometimes we trying to really develop the idea, and we gonna take it into like a astrospect of things where maybe we're not really focused on the song for real, but everything that we got in there as far as energy goes just makes the recording space just much more creative, better, and more fluent. And the last 2 sessions, we were just kind of like finding the formula for real. So I shout out Jake, shout out my man Dylan too as well, because he's one of the ones where we be out in the Cape houses, you know what I mean? If you know where Cape Cod is, you know that's beaches, that's just like that's summer vibes.
That's the summer vibe, vacation vibes. You feel me?
So we be in like the Lost. He be keeping me in like really cool environments when we record, and I love recording with him. Recently on my most recent album, we kind of created that all in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. type vibes, and that was something really special. So those 2 gentlemen, shout out y'all, Dylan and Jake, for real.
Okay. How many songs do you have in the vault?
That's interesting. Songs in the vault right now. I know a lot of people always want to say some high number, but I kind of just did a load.
Like ready to go. You feel me? That you could instantly drop.
Instantly drop right now.
You know, people have hundreds of songs, but they have like just pieces or not have it done. But
I would say ready to drop right now. I was actually working on this project that I probably won't release until next year called The Summer Was Ours, and it's basically about the story about kind of 2025 and kind of some of my past for real. But if I had to say kind of what those songs are for real right now, I got like 5 that I'm just working on, taking my time with. Next week, which is really cool, I'm flying out to Arizona to record my 2 best friends in a mansion for 5 days. Okay. So right now we're just kind of like load stacking the vault up again, but right now I'd say like 5 songs for real.
Okay. How do you choose a beat? Do you go on YouTube or do people send you beats?
So I got my pool of producers I usually like to work with that I kind of feel like loyal to as far as like my creative space goes. One producer that I work with a lot, his name's Kosh, and he is one of the most talented producers, sounds. My man can play every instrument. My man just got off tour with Suicide Boys. Like, he is a real inspiration for music, and he's somebody when we get to working and cooking up, he always makes me a better artist. So shout out Kosh for real, man. I love working on his beats. It just pushes me as an artist for real. And I like to work on beats like Pal 1080. That's another, like, he's kind of overseas producer, but I always give him love. Those 2 mainly I would love to shout out for real.
Do you write your songs or do you go in freestyle?
I really like going through the writing process. I'm a real writer for real. My first name is Devin, and if you look that up, and now I'm gonna sound foolish because now I'm on camera for real saying it, but I think it's Latin. If you look it up in Latin, it means poet. So I'm truly a writer. I write all my stuff. Like, when I start, it's just with blank canvas, and then I kind of just like freestyle some of the melodies for real, but I really be putting pen to pad for real.
Okay. Who do you listen to?
Now this is I like this question. Instead of saying like some of the obvious answers, I want to go some other artists that I've really been showing a lot of love to lately. I love to listen to a lot of hard rock. I love to listen to a lot of Yeat. I love to listen to a lot of Don Toliver. I love to listen to a lot of Lil Tecca. I feel like those artists that I just named have been running 2025 as far as music goes, as far as just like the whole idea of just like bringing the culture back for real. Yeat's going crazy overseas. Don Toliver is one of the best performers right now, just owning 2025 for real. And Tecca is somebody who's just a young, like just a YN, just really killing the space for real. Now. Album sounds immaculate from the production, everything. And hard rock is just somebody who I hope he don't sign to nobody, because that man is so talented for real. And those 4 individuals are just crazy vibes, man.
Okay. How much do you charge for a feature?
So, for a feature price, honestly, I like to see the potential in a lot of artists. I'm not really in the space right now where I'm trying to like make the most money off an artist or make the most money off somebody. If I absolutely don't know you at all, maybe we would conversate about some type of feature price, but typically I like to really create with people. I like to give people a chance. I love to put people in like different challenges and spaces, whether it's a feature on my song or giving them an idea or just really being a creative director for that aspect. I like to really just focus more on the creative portion than the price of things, but if we had to give a price on it, I would say it's negotiable for sure. Negotiable
Okay.
for sure.
What's a feature that you would want that you haven't got?
Jeez, a feature that I would want that I haven't got. Um, it's another great question. A feature actually, there's been a feature that I've been trying to work on the last like 3 months or so. And we finally got into a space where she was more available and ready to cook. She's actually going to come through the studio session, and we're going to make this song together in person, which I feel like is really authentic. So shout out you. That's Isha. She just got nominated for Best New Artist for the BMAs. She's an incredible artist, one of the hardest female artists that I've heard this year. I always tell her whenever I can just how much she inspires.
Boston Music Awards?
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
okay.
she's
Yeah,
nominated.
they just dropped the list, right?
Yeah, they just dropped the list. I got my man's also too, Virtue, on that for music videographer of the year, and Isha's Best New Artist, and she's just been a feature who I'm newly to her music, but I just love everything that she represents, and I can't wait to cook up with you for real. So shout out you for real.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years with the music?
In 5 years, I hope that somebody just gives me the opportunity to go on tour for real with them. I feel like I got a lot of energy, a lot to bring to the table. It's one thing to, like, everybody wants to try to jump in this oversaturated realm of music, but I feel like some people really break through for real, and that's when you see them true stars for real. I would love to go on tour with somebody. Doesn't need to even be anyone huge. It just be the experience of just going on tour for real. I'm just starting now to get back on my performance bag. I got a performance tonight. I got a performance coming up this winter in Seaport, live from Grace by Nina, which is going to be a big opportunity. So I just want to be more on stage, more present, more outside, and just more involved for real. Visual wise, and also just presence in the people, like being outside, like performing, letting the people really see the artist for real.
Yeah. What would you say was your best performance?
My
what
best
was your best show?
performance?
Yeah, your best show.
My best performance that I could recall was this one time where I was actually really nervous to go out there and perform, and it was one of my earlier songs back when I was making Swag City days, but I just remember the feeling of getting that standing ovation. It's like everything just goes quiet around you, and you just on that stage, and that light might be bright, and you just on there performing for real. But when all that music pauses for a second and dies off, you really get the response from the crowd, and it was a standing ovation. That was probably like the most people that I've ever like got in front of for real, and that was a really good feeling. That was a couple of years back, but now we're here now trying to recreate it and do it again for real.
Okay. Any new music coming out for the rest of 2025, or you waiting for 2026? When can we expect new music from you?
From new music, honestly, I do want to make at least one more drop for the end of the year, probably like a single, but I'm really locking in on some of these performances, these set lists. I'm also locking in on these collaborations, especially flying out to Arizona, and then also, too, just working with some talented Boston collaboratives. So I'm going to drop something probably in the wintertime, but I'm going to give them something really special this winter as far as visual and also a show. So I'm kind of just really locked in on that, and maybe we'll get something new for the show for real. So we'll see.
Okay. How do you plan on shaking the rap scene or music scene in Mass?
I feel like just by being authentic for real. And it all starts from working with talented individuals like my man Soul. His real name is Soul, and I love that man so much, man. He's my main videographer, and when I get with him, man, we start creating. He really pushes the ceiling as far as where you could really take this for real, as far as artistry, as far as just bringing real art back to the culture. And I just want to shake it just by being authentic. Like, people might look at me and they might not see artists, and I love giving them like the unexpected. Like, you might expect something from somebody, but when that somebody proves to be something different, it's like seeing something out of a fantasy type. Like, you would just be like, damn, that's a unicorn for it. Like, how the hell this come out of this person, or you know what I mean? So I just love to surprise people with different elements and just be truly authentic. And I feel like that authenticity and purity just will take you really far.
Okay. Would you ever sign a deal, or would you just stay independent?
It would have to be the right situation, I guess. I'm not like one of those people who are opposed to signing deals and changing the course of things. And I'm not one of those people that just fully ride or just shout out independency. I feel like everybody needs help with a little bit of something. So if the right deal came my way, I would definitely consider it. But I do like what we're growing and starting right now. So that's kind of where we are with that.
Okay. Who's a Cape Cod artist that people don't know?
That's tough. Cape Cod artists that people don't know.
Or any artist in general, because I don't know any Cape Cod artists.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yeah. I would say Cape Cod artists that people don't know. Me and my mans were just talking about this. I feel like it's myself and him for real that's really just representing on that side. Like there are a couple artists from there that really like shook the way for real. Like but right now I feel like 2025 era, like I feel like it's me and my man's Dylan Lyons. Like we were just trying to shake the culture. My man be making melodic music, and he be doing country music, and he be doing vocals for real. And I'm just like this mixed bag of versatility where you could be getting anything from dance vibes to rap to soul to R&B. So I would say it's us two for real.
Okay. I would say this would be the last question right here. Top 5 local rappers right now.
Sheesh, that's a good one. Top 5 local rappers, without saying myself. We're gonna go back from 5 to 1. So number 5, I would say, shout out my man Tykiel. He's going absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. He just got a crazy interview. He just did a crazy video. He's got an album coming out. I would say my man Tykiel. I would even say this female artist, her name is Yana G. She is talented as everything. She a real star for real. Shout out Yana G. She really be killing the vibes for real. That's at number 4. Number 3, I would have to give it to my man's Dylan Lyons, bro. You always inspire me for real. So number 3 would have to be Dylan Lyons. Number 2, this is a tough 2. I'm sorry. I literally just said you the 1, too. I would have to say shout out my homie Isha for real. She's probably number 2 out here just leading the way. And then number 1, I always tell my man Tyler Loyal, he is talented. That boy a real star for real. He be doing shows, he be doing vocals, he be doing it for real. So I would say those 5 artists right there really shaking it up for real in Boston and the Massachusetts scene of music for sure.
Yes, sir, man. We're closing out. Give them any shout outs you want to give, any updates on, music or anything?
Yeah, I mean, everything is just stay the course for real. Just stay the course. You never know where this is going to take you. You never know when it's going to be your time. You can't, just sit there and dwell and doubt yourself just because maybe stuff's not really moving at the pace that you want it to move at. But you always just got to stay down, stay loyal to your craft, stay authentic, and stay pure to this because you never know who's watching. You never know when you can get your recognition. You never know when it's going to be your time to really show that for real. So you just got to stay down till you come up for real. And shout out you, man, for real, for giving this interview. Really great questions. It's going to be good for the people to see. Just authenticity from the artist for real. So I appreciate the platform, and I appreciate the questions, and thank you for having me for real.
Yeah, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find me on Apple Music. You can find me on Spotify. Type in SIMSY for real, SIMSY, just like the game. If you're trying to find handles, I'll be doing a whole bunch of creative things, videography, photos, music on Instagram, Eaten by Dreams, because I really feel like sometimes I really am consumed by my dreams for real until it really become a reality. So Eaten by Dreams is my handle, and we're just going to keep rocking out for real.
Sir.